It's your girl Amanda. We're back with another review, and this time we're doing Tupac, Dear Mama. Now, Dear Mama is about the life of Tupac and Afeni Shakur, told in a more detailed version than any other Tupac or any other death row documentary has told us. So, Dear Mama came out April 21st, 2023. It consisted of 4 episodes over the next 4 weeks as it aired. Now, according to The Hollywood Reporter, the debut raked in about 196,000 viewers. Now, I know looking in, that's not numbers like Friends and these big primetime TV shows, but with this day and age of cable kind of dying down, it's still a lot of numbers. And it averaged 185 viewers per episode. If you're wondering what channel it came on, it's on FX. But if you do not have cable, it does stream on Hulu the next day. And let's get into it. Now, Dear Mama, first question I always ask about each review: who is in this project? Well, basically friends, family, colleagues of Tupac's. Unfortunately, Shock G passed away about a couple years ago, so there was archive video of him in there doing his interview. There was Death Row colleagues, there was Snoop, there was Dr. Dre, which is crazy because now the more years has passed and now he's out the hospital, he's doing better. We see more of Dr. Dre. We do see a lot of his cousins and his aunties. And I love his Aunt Glo. She reminds me so much of my auntie who passed away about 7 years ago. So it's so nice to see like his real family who knew him and Afeni, because of course this project is about Afeni as well. It also told the beginning of life for Afeni, where she was from in the South, and how she moved up to New York, and how she joined the Black Panthers and all that good stuff. So that basically goes into my next question. The life of Tupac and Afeni is what this project is about. So the time length, in my opinion, was a great length per episode. I would go into what I didn't like early because it kind of goes hand in hand. I didn't like that it was broken up into 4 weeks. What could happen was, what was that, the Death Row documentary, where they did like 3 nights in a row? They could have done that with FX and not have it spanned over 4 weeks, where we had to wait each week. Now, I don't have cable in my house, so I had to wait till the next day to go on Hulu, and that was kind of a wait, and I didn't like that. So for it being on FX and Hulu, I think it was a good fit for it though, because FX is kind of leaning more towards like music documentaries and all that stuff. Because when I was growing up, I always thought FX was the channel for like shows like Nip Tuck and all that stuff. So I'm glad that they're going in that direction. Each episode had a great length. I always thought that it was gonna be like Tupac Resurrection. When I first saw the previews, I've seen Tupac Resurrection like 1,000 times now. I practically know it word for word. But it was nothing like Tupac Resurrection. I mean, there were things that was covered like in Tupac Resurrection, but it was told in a more detailed story. In Tupac Resurrection, they never really talked about him and Kadada's, time together. I don't remember. But they did kind of touch on Kadada being in Tupac's life and how she was affected by his shooting and how she was there at the hospital. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know she was at the hospital. I knew they were in Vegas because I kind of saw like photos and in the movie. Like, if you've seen All Eyes on Me, her character, and obviously she was there, but I didn't know she was at the hospital too. And what I really, really liked about this documentary is that it had plenty of family in it. Like I said before, we didn't really know Tupac's family. His biological father was in there. I mean, we know the name, but we just never saw the face. And he was there. He talked about his relationship with his son, his relationship with Afeni, and all that good stuff. We saw cousins, aunts, Aunt Glo. And it also told more of a Afeni story post Tupac. Now, I knew that there was like some sort of like Tupac statue somewhere in Atlanta, but I didn't know that there was like a whole like rec center, and Afeni was writing books on him and all that stuff. So I'm very glad that we got to see life post Tupac for her. And again, she did kind of die quiet. I don't want to say quietly, but it was not as recognized when she passed away. It wasn't a, how should I word this? No one talked about her legacy when she died. Let's just say that. And I'm very glad that they got to cover what she did for her son after he passed away, before she passed away. And would I recommend this project? Yes, I would. If you are a big Tupac fan, if you are a West Coast fan like me, if you are a new Tupac fan and you just discovered his music, you can definitely check this out. Or if you're like doing research on Tupac, this does help a great bunch. And is this bingeable? Yes, it is. It is on Hulu. And again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to my quick review. And stay tuned for the next review.